Missed an episode of your favorite podcast? Choose from over a decade of content in our archives, not just the latest episode. All free at gcnlive.com.
This is your call to action. Get prepared, America. Economy, survival, energy, disasters. This is USAPrepares.com. Informative radio, educational radio. Interact now by emailing instructor@USAPrepares.com or text at 434-390-7953. Class, please take your seats. Now, your instructor, Vincent Finelli.
Well, this is your captain, John Regan, sitting in for Vincent today. If you were following along last week, you know that, being a farmer, there's no shortage of things to do on the farm to get ready for winter. And especially when things are as hot as it is, you want to try and get as much of that done in the mornings as possible. So to help Vincent out, I'm sitting in for a few days so he can get that work done. Just a reminder, there is a meetup tonight at Jimmy's Egg. Vincent's slated to give news updates. And then my understanding is they're going to be talking about solutions to the issues they discussed last week. That should be interesting to hear the follow-up on. Details are at usaprepares.com, usaprepares.com. Well, today it's just the three of us, me, myself, and I, and we've got a lot of material to go through. I'll be going from the news tab at my website, thefinancialstateoftheunion.com. And I know that's a lot to type in. You can always go to usaprepares.com, go to the instructor link, and down in the financial section, you'll see me at the top there. You can click through there. Or if you search using the words Financial State of the Union, that should pop up number one or high up on your search request. I've been working on a special report that is trying to really build the big picture for you, to put it all together to help you make decisions on what you need to do with your preparations and what you're expecting to do with your life. And today, for part 3 of that, the information is actually things you would have to watch or listen to. I've got an interview on geoengineering with Dane Wigington with the Hagman and Hagman report. There's it will automatically start playing. There is a link to download if you want to listen later. And besides what's going on financially, what's going on with our planet with geoengineering is probably more disturbing than that. And I don't think it was this interview with Dane, but I was listening to one of his interviews where he talks about that back in the 1950s, there was this haze in the Arctic, and scientists had no idea where this was coming from. It turns out this geoengineering has been going on for a long time. So that's over 60 years. There's so much that this military industrial complex has hidden from us, and it seems like the more we turn up, the more disgusting it turns out to be. I've also got a 3-part YouTube, the 12th Imam. This is from a report Glenn Beck did several years ago. It was a half-hour segment. The commercial's been taken out, thus the 3 parts with the commercial breaks between 1 and 2 and 2 and 3 taken out. If you click on part 1, it should take you to a playlist that would end up playing all 3. If you have any problems, then the links for 2 and 3 are there as well. And what he does is explain the Antichrist from the Bible, and then he puts that side to side with the prophecies concerning the 12th Imam. And it's a little on the eerie side how the prophecies line up, where their 12th Imam matches what our Bible describes as the Antichrist. Well, for a few months now, we've also been talking about a tale of two droughts, particularly monitoring what's been going on with California and Texas. California is no change. They still have nearly half the state in the worst condition of drought. The top two conditions take more than 70% of the state. Have nearly the whole darn population of California in a drought condition. And that's over 36, close to 37 million people. In Texas, after having that extremely wet May and actually getting to the point where we had no one in the state under drought conditions, last week we ended up with 94,000 in drought conditions, and it hasn't rained here, and now that's jumped to nearly 800,000. We have over 791,000 in drought condition, with almost 26,000 of those being in the second category of that. We had fallen to just having 163,000 Texans in the abnormally dry category. That pretty much doubled the following week. Then last week that was up to 2.4 million. And this week it's just a tad sly of 16 million. And that high is still firmly entrenched above us. And when we get this report for next week, you can pretty much expect those numbers to go a bit higher. We're still in better shape than we were just a few months ago. But this just goes to show how quickly things can change. And I've got another link under there saying this won't help. You may have heard about the EPA was trying to clean up a gold mine and ended up dumping a bunch of water that's still coming out at more than 550 gallons per minute. And it's basically turned the river kind of a golden color. And it's already, this was in Colorado, it's already reached New Mexico. And this basically empties into the Colorado River, and downstream it hits places like Lake Powell and Lake Mead. Not exactly good news for them. They initially reported that, there's basically iron and zinc and not a lot to worry about. Well, they've done more testing, and they're admitting that there's other contaminants in there, including lead and arsenic. Really good stuff. Put that in perspective. We talk a lot about fluoride on this program. Well, fluoride is more poisonous than lead and slightly less poisonous than arsenic. So this stuff ranks up there. They say the spill also contains cadmium, aluminum, copper, and calcium. And there's a lot of people, downstream, depending on this water to drink. And there's some farmers that are needing to do some irrigation. And that's probably not going to happen at a critical time in the summer. And nobody really knows how they're going to manage to clean this up, because even though the worst of it moves downstream, it's still leaving sediment as it goes along. And as rains happen in the future and stirs up that sediment, that's going to bring more of that contamination back into the water. So not a good situation there, besides having to deal with the drought. Now the water may have to be going under some kind of treatment just to drink. And and people in Arizona that depend on the Colorado and Vegas and and points west are going to have to keep a close eye on this. Well, we've got a lot of financial information going on as well. One of the things I thought was kind of funny, and I have this link in the financial section called Trouble Brewing. Keurig single-serve coffee had their stocks fall nearly 30% because their in-home sales are plummeting. And, if you can't afford your coffee, the economy's in tough shape. So while that's nice and convenient to the single serve, when I do my coffee here, I do the single serve just using plain old Mr. Coffee. And it's a little bit more time consuming having to open up the coffee can and scoop out the coffee, but it saves money. We also have production declines from the world's largest silver producers. Looking at quarter four of last year compared to quarter four of this year, Australian silver production dropped about a third. And this is at a time when you have people wanting to invest in silver. Plus, they want to do all this carbon stuff where we need solar panels which rely on silver. Yeah, that price won't stay down for long. It's John Regan, back after the break.
How many of you want to learn how to dig up bugs, worms, and raise crickets for food? Do you prefer to eat them dried and crunchy or while still alive? Well, you won't have to if you can defend your food supply from predators. You may want to get an AR-15 kit from guns80.com and build your own AR-15 rifle from a kit. If you can legally own a rifle, you can purchase this AR-15 kit. If you're handy, you can complete the rifle in about an hour. The kit comes with all the parts you're going to need to build your rifle, but you'll need a drill press. And survivalists need one anyway. The Guns80.com team purchased the same used floor-standing drill press that I have for $100. You can too. And when you're finished, you'll have a paperwork-free AR-15 rifle, a drill press, drill bits, and the knowledge to maintain your AR-15 rifle, all for less than you expect. So if you want a paperwork-free AR-15 parts kit like mine, visit Guns80.com, Guns80.com, and let the unprepared have our share of the bugs.
Did you know that drinking pure, high alkaline water is one of the most important factors in maintaining high energy and vibrant health? Most experts agree that the water you drink should be at a pH level of 8 or higher. AlkaVision Plasma pH drops, available only at alkavision.com, combine a unique formula of only the most alkaline minerals. AlkaVision Plasma pH drops alkalize your water, ridding the body of harmful toxins, and helps you regain health and energy. Alkalizing your water by simply adding 10 drops of AlkaVision Plasma pH drops helps the body rid itself of acidic waste, increases oxygen content, and raises the pH of your body to healthy levels. And bacteria and viruses cannot survive in an alkaline high pH environment. Order your bottle of AlkaVision Plasma pH drops for only $29.95 at alkavision.com. That's ALKAvision.com. Or call 269-409-1776. 269-409-1776. Alkalize your body. Supercharge your health at alkavision.com today.
In the U.S. alone, a home invasion occurs every 13 seconds. On top of that, the average response time for 911 is over 15 minutes. That just won't cut it. Don't allow yourself or the important people in your life to be victims. When seconds matter, don't be caught stumbling for your firearm. Get the protection you deserve. Get yourself a hidden holster from hiddenholster.com. It's the original hidden holster. The hidden holster is quick, easy, and convenient. It's versatile enough for the home, workplace, or virtually anywhere else you might need it. Have peace of mind with your firearm close by at all times. Go to hiddenholster.com. That's hiddenholster.com. If you own a firearm, you need a hidden holster. Your protection matters, and self-defense is the best defense. Go to hiddenholster.com. That's hiddenholster.com. The original hidden holster.
Healthy, organic, fresh fish, robust, mouth-watering vegetables, all from your home. It's called aquaponics. This brilliant, self-sustaining protein and veggie system is perfect for year-round growing. Know exactly where your food is coming from. Aquaponicssource.com is the one-stop shop for all your needs. Fish, fish food, plumbing, full systems, classes, and more. Learn to build your own system. Go to aquaponicssource.com for a free guide to aquaponics. That's aquaponicssource.com.
We've been patiently waiting while you tried to ignore us, waiting while you acted like we didn't exist, waiting for our chance to be taken seriously. The wait is over. GCN is available 24/7 at GCNlive.com. Navigate through news from your favorite hosts and download archives of past shows. Download the app on your smartphone or tablet or visit GCNlive.com for instant access and live streaming. GCNlive.com, the future of talk radio, now at your fingertips.
This is John Regan sitting in for Vincent today. In fact, for most of the week. Tomorrow we have on our schedule Larry Nichols. Wednesday, Dr. Norman Shealy. And Thursday, Dr. Richard Allen Miller. If you're following along at home, I'm at the news tab of the Financial State of the Union.com. We're in the middle of the financial section for this week. And the link is, it's about to get on social. After we get through this week, I'm going to try and get to all those things I didn't have time for over the past month. And we'll see how well I do on that today. As you know, the latest Social Security trustee report came out, and they're saying that the Social Security Disability Trust Fund runs out next year. When that happens, if no laws are changed, then Social Security can only pay out what they collect in taxes, which would mean a 16% reduction in disability payments. And there's a really big upcry. It's a 19% cut in Social Security disability payments. And of course, those people on disability are wanting intervention by Congress. And we'll see how that works out. But let's remember that the fictitious trust fund, where they have to take the IOUs that they put in the trust fund and convert them into debt owned by the public, that assumes that they can find a buyer for that debt. Right now, that's still accomplished because we still got the perception in the world that the United States is safe to invest in, and then that's going to be one of the things that changes when things start going south. The main trust fund, according to the latest report, is slated to run out of funds in 2033, which is not that long from now. But as we've discussed, their projections are very, very rosy. In fact, between now and 2033, they say that the average wage index is going to go from roughly 47,000 now up to about 100,000 in just, less than 2 decades. And, wage growth has been stagnant, if not declining. They're also depending on an increase in the workforce, which that hasn't exactly been happening very well either. And a lot of that is from immigrants, which, unlike the normal legal immigration route, where we wanted to get the best and brightest from other countries, they're taking from wherever they can get, and to the tune of 1.4 million this year is scheduled in the report that the trustees did, and about the minimum per year is 1 million as far as the eye can see. So if we don't have the increase in workforce and we don't have the increase in payrolls, then they won't have the amount of taxes they're expecting to support the system, which is going down in 2033. And even at those projections, again, they have to fall back to what's being currently collected by taxes. That would mean a reduction of 23% of what people are getting in Social Security. And I know, they're having a hard enough time already, being as how they aren't getting enough annual increases to match what they're having to pay for inflation. And if there's not enough there to make that, then instead of being paid 77%, it's going to be less. It's John Regan. We'll be back after the bottom of the hour break.
We've all heard the news stories. Another shooting, and they're getting worse. That's why Infidel Body Armor introduces Infidel Fridays, exclusive 24-hour insider deals to save you money and possibly save your life. Make it a favorite when you log on to InfidelBodyArmor.com. Then be sure to visit each and every Infidel Friday to get special insider pricing, but for 24 hours only. That's InfidelBodyArmor.com. Infidel Body Armor. Just won't quit.
All right, so suddenly Walmart, eBay, Amazon, everybody wants to ban the rebel flag. Well, the rebel flag is an important part of American history. The rebel flag is still a long-standing symbol of Southern pride and Southern heritage. So if the big retailers want to play into political correctness and try to deny the history of America, let them. Go to ourflags.com, that's R like rebel, R, the letter R, ourflags.com. Get your rebel flag before they actually do outlaw the things, huh? Ourflags.com, that's ourflags.com. Go now.
On the average, Americans work between 45 to 50 years, hoping to build up enough wealth to retire and live out their golden years. Unfortunately, with taxation, the rising cost of food, energy, housing, and medical, many retirees are forced to live below the poverty line. Is this a flaw free enterprise, or is our monetary unit we call the Federal Reserve Note forcing us into perpetual debt, ensuring inflation and higher taxes? These questions and more can be answered by reading G. Edward Griffin's book, The Creature from Jekyll Island. Congressman Ron Paul states it's what every American needs to know about central bank power. A gripping adventure into the secret world of international banking cartel. Hi, this is Ted Anderson. I will give a silver dollar from the early 1900s to anyone who purchases this book. Call 1-800-686-2237 and order a copy today. It's critical that the public be made aware of the system. Call and order your copy today at 1-800-686-2237. That's 1-800-686-2237.
This is Dan Pilla. Do you owe the IRS money you can't pay? Are tax debts crippling you? I've defended people from the IRS for over 30 years. I've helped thousands, and I can help you too. I wrote the book on IRS settlement, and I'm telling you, there's no such thing as a hopeless case. Call 800-34-NO-TAX to finally get free of IRS debt. With the IRS's new programs, there's never been a better time to solve your problem. Call 800-34-NO-TAX. That's 800-34-NO-TAX, or my website, danpilla.com.
Sciatica, lower back pain, hip pain, poor posture. If you suffer from any of these problems, get ready to relax. Introducing an amazing product that's been in the market for over 25 years, the Sacro Wedgie. It was invented by a football coach using a common sense osteopath technique. He created this device to help his athletes by isolating and supporting the sacrum, which is the keystone of our anatomy. This wedge-shaped bone is in the center of our hips, where a lot of pain starts. Simply relax 20 minutes daily on the amazingly simple Sacro Wedgie and let gravity do the work, helping muscles rebalance and start releasing nerves. Sit in the Sacro Wedgie at the computer or while traveling to help correct posture to finally help relieve those stubborn aches and pains for only $33.95. It's made in the USA, so click the family-owned website at sacrowedgie.com, spelled SACROWEDGY.com, or call 1-800-737-9295. That's 1-800-737-9295. Relax your back pain away with the Sacro Wedgie.
My name's Clyde, age 59, and I reside in Florence, South Carolina. The doctors diagnosed me as having clogged arteries. Felt like I was carrying heavy concrete blocks around my feet and legs. I started taking Heart and Body Extract as directed. It is less than 3 weeks, and I'm like a young man again. It's unbelievable that an herbal formula can work so fast and so powerfully.
Learn the secrets of an effective, natural, 100% organic nutritional supplement for a healthy heart and circulation at hbextract.com.
As if chlorine in our water weren't bad enough, now they're adding ammonia?
It's true. Some municipalities are now adding ammonia plus chlorine to your water supply. It's a disinfectant called chloramine. But with a trusted Big Berkey water filter, you can keep chloramine out of your water. New NSF EPA certified lab tests show EPA Berkey water filters remove chloramines, pharmaceuticals, BPA, pesticides, bacteria and viruses, all forms of fluoride, and much more. Big Berkey water filters are the original and most trusted on the market, the gold standard in water purification. And our filters last for years at less than 2 cents per gallon. Big Berkey, the one that's powerful enough to purify stagnant pond water. Get your Big Berkey today. Call 1-877-99-BERKEY or click BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com. That's 1-877-99-BERKEY. Big Berkey Water Filters, for the love of clean water.
This is John Regan at the controls today. We got one more article in this week's financial section. I called it Down is the New Up. And we've got factory orders down for the 8th consecutive month. And they've got a pretty nice chart there. And they show where the orders increase in green, where the orders go down are in red. And they've got these periods of recession shown in kind of a pink. And if you look at the 1990, around 1991, 1992 recession and the 2008-2009 recession, you'll see where the factory orders were actually in the green for about the first half of that, and then they dropped into the red. And here we are. We've got a decrease in factory orders that are worse than what we're seeing in the 90s, almost as bad as what we saw with the dot-com burst in early 2000s. And it's nowhere near as far down as it was last recession, but again, it's still early. So just one of those leading indicators that says things are not flying high the way that our administration would suggest. And speaking of the ways they suggest, Friday they announced the latest employment report. And they were expecting 225,000 new jobs. And it came in at 215,000. This is, considerably down, about, I'd say 30,000 down from the average we've been seeing lately. And of course, the spin is, hey, it's a strong job report. They did keep the unemployment rate at 5.3%. I guess they couldn't lie enough to make that go down. And they now say that this report is strong enough that the Fed be justified in raising rates next month. And if that happens, that'll pretty much seal the deal for us seeing a good downturn this year. On the other hand, if they don't raise rates, that may be an indicator that we'll see them try to kick the can down the road a little bit, because there's still ways they can, try and prompt up the system a little bit more. It can't last for long, but it just depends on, do they want things to happen before or after the election? Nonetheless, looking at what's been going on in the world, especially with China, sometimes I wonder, can we even make it to this September-October timeframe where we typically have the markets go down? Or will it happen early? Will it happen then? Will it happen later? I guess we could start an office pool on that and place our bets. What didn't get broadcast quite so much, the Americans not in the labor force, brand new record, 93.8 million. And that puts the labor participation rate down to what it was in 1977. I was still in college at that time, and the 70s were still a time when there were a number of families that could get by with having, one of the parents working out of the home. And as time went by, and of course taxes went up, that changed. And if you're able to see the graph, you saw how that increased in the 70s and 80s. And then it still was increasing at a lesser rate all through the 90s. And then once we hit the 2000 point where we had the dot-com burst, where it started going down, once that leveled off, it stayed there until we hit the speed bump in 2008, and it's been going down since. It's flattening out a little bit. However, that could change with further deterioration in the economy. And despite what the narcissist in chief says, it's not because people are retiring. In fact, it's people 55 and older that are making up more of the workers. We have the breakdown where of these job gains, which came in at 215,000, 211,000 of those were in people in the 55 to 69 age group. And when you look at the prime earning years of 25 through 54, they suffered a loss of 131,000. So it's not a good time to be prime. And a lot of those people have student loan debt and no real way to pay it off. And any way you look at it, even if there weren't going to be a collapse, that would be a drag on the economy for some time to come. Well, I know Vincent's going to be sorry he missed this. He loves it when we get to spy tech. And, it's like, what will they think of next? There's so many ways they can follow what we do and spy on us. And now they've determined that just the way you type on the keyboard can be used to identify you, and that can even identify you using ways that you normally try to hide your identity, like using the Tor network. So it's one of the reasons I don't really spend a lot of time trying to to keep my life private. I don't like being spied on like anybody else, but there's so many different ways they can do it. To me, the best I can do is keep my systems patched, which that's a challenge enough in itself. And just looking at anything else, it's like it doesn't matter because there's so many bio-identifying factors, whether it's your iris, your face, the way you walk, the way you talk, the way you type, your heartbeat, the way you smell. It is just such that even if you were able to mask a few of those, you can't mask all of them. So that's why I don't spend the time. I'd rather spend the time trying to get ready for what's coming rather than worry about what the government's finding out, because they've already profiled me and they've probably already profiled you. So just take that for what it's worth. And we've got a lot of hacking news lately because of the Black Hat conference that went on last week. With about $30 worth of materials, they've come up with a universal remote that can give hackers access to your car in seconds and even open your garage door. So the joys of having these convenient modern cars, if you can manage to have an older car and have the skills to maintain it, you can bypass that. If you have a garage door opener, on the other hand, this is probably just another indicator that you should make sure that you lock the door going into your house, because just because you have the door down doesn't mean it's going to stay down. We've talked a bit about Windows 10, and this actually goes beyond that. The Windows Update service can be intercepted and have malware inserted into the update. So when you think you're getting a Windows Update, you can be getting malware inserted into your computer, and we're waiting to see back what Microsoft's planning on doing to try and fix that. And on a related note, I just saw a news item this morning where we've had the first incident with Windows 10 where one of those forced updates that you cannot refuse are causing certain machines to go into an endless reboot loop. So you can't uninstall it, or actually if you do, it just installs it all over again. And that's another one we're waiting to see how Microsoft is going to handle. If that's not enough, some of you are familiar with the Square Reader. For those that aren't, that's a little device that plugs into a smartphone that allows you to swipe a credit card so that you can take credit card payments and debit card payments basically anywhere you are. And I have one of those because if I go to an expo and somebody wants to pay by credit card, I want to give them a way of doing that. Well, hackers have found a way how to convert one of these Square payment readers into a credit card skimmer. So that just makes it that much more important that you never let your card out of your sight. This is John Regan, back in just a few minutes.
By now you know that USAPrepares.com is your source for water filtration systems. Here at the farm, we use our water filtration system for drinking, cooking, and for our cats and dogs. Which brand are we using? Well, that would be the ProPure system, because it filters out pathogens, microbes, chlorine, and fluoride. Multiple sources indicate that fluoride is responsible for lowering our IQs by 5%. Now, how many of you would like to sign up for a lower IQ? USAPrepares.com offers ProPure water filtration systems and accessories at the same price as everyone else, except we offer an instant rebate. We buy them by the pallet loads and pass the savings on to you. And if you're outside of Missouri, there's no sales tax. And if this appeals to you, visit USAPrepares.com. That's USAPrepares.com. You can order online, and we have the ProPure water filtration systems in stock, ready to ship. USAPrepares.com. ProPure water filtration systems at the same price as everyone else, except we offer an instant rebate.
The human body is more than 60% water. Your brain and muscles are 75% water. And your blood is 92% water. Water's vital to your body, and alkalizing your water is the key to keep it running at its best. AlkaVision Plasma pH drops keep your entire body healthy, boosts energy, promotes weight loss, and even fights cancer. Call 800-518-7615 or go to alkavision.com to find out more. That's ALKAvision.com.
Paid non-attorney spokesperson Adam Pulaski of the Pulaski Law Firm with principal office in Houston, Texas is the attorney responsible for the content of this ad. This ad is not legal advice, and the choice of a lawyer should not be based solely upon advertisement. Services may not be available in all states.
Attention Xarelto users. If you or a loved one took Xarelto and suffered a serious bleeding event, you may be entitled to financial compensation. Xarelto is a popular prescription blood thinner used to prevent blood clots and protect patients from strokes. These serious bleeding events have led to numerous cases of hospitalization and even death. Phone lines are open 24/7. Call 800-261-0937. That's 800-261-0937.
Hi, this is Walt Augustinowicz. I'm the founder and CEO of ID Stronghold. By now you've heard our commercials about wallets that protect you from electronic pickpocketing. 10 years ago, I created a way to protect my own cards from prying eyes after government officials started talking about issuing a national ID card with a built-in radio chip called RFID. I felt having to broadcast my personal information was an invasion of privacy. Soon after, it was also announced that credit cards, debit cards, U.S. passports, hotel room keys, and even transit passes would all soon incorporate RFID. It was then I formed ID Stronghold to share my inventions in blocking RFID signals with the world. There are a lot of misconceptions out there today about RFID. I encourage everyone to get informed and get protected. Please go to idstronghold.com and get the facts and the wallet, sleeves, or badge holders you need to protect your personal financial data. You'll be pleasantly surprised that through our direct sales model, you won't pay more than other comparable unprotected wallets. It is as though the protection is free. Visit idstronghold.com today.
Affordable health insurance was the promise of Obamacare, but for many, the government mandate caused more problems than it solved. And I want to tell you about a truly affordable alternative, Liberty HealthShare. Liberty HealthShare bypasses doctor and hospital panels, giving you the freedom to choose. 100% coverage up to $1 million per year per occurrence, who includes dental, vision, pharmacy, and holistic care. Call 1-800-714-6993. 1-800-714-6993. 1-800-714-6993 today.
Don't complain about your cable bill going up and up and up. Do something about it. Grab a pencil and jot down this special number, 1-855-905-MY-TV. The more cable TV rates go up, the better digital satellite TV looks. Say goodbye to the cable guy and get more of your favorite channels in 100% digital quality for less money. Call 1-855-905-MY-TV. Sign up for packages starting as low as $19.99, and there's no equipment to buy. You get free HD TV upgrade, a free DVR upgrade, and free professional installation. You control what you watch when you watch it. Record your favorite shows, pause and rewind live TV, even skip the commercials. Watch local channels too. At just $19.99, what are you waiting for? Pull out your major credit or debit card. Call 1-855-905-MY-TV. 1-855-905-MY-TV. Say goodbye to the cable guy. Cut costs and get more. 1-855-905-MY-TV. 1-855-905-MY-TV.
KDArmor.com is your one-stop shop for the most affordable body armor, period. With packages starting at $169.99 and free shipping on every order. KD offers soft armor and rifle threat rated armor up to level 4. Go to KDArmor.com and get your body armor today while you still can. Mention this ad and receive a free tactical scarf for a limited time with any body armor package. That's CATIarmor.com. Come and take it.
This is John Regan sitting in for Vincent. I'm sure there's a lot of you looking forward to getting him back, and I guarantee you probably none more than me. I'm looking forward to his return on Friday. We're in the spy tech section, covering news of the past week, and we now have researchers that show how computers can be hijacked and send data by sound waves. Just a new way to get information out. It doesn't go over the normal network route, so it wouldn't be found by normal detection devices. If that's not bad enough, Fujifilm's made a new camera, the XT1. It's an infrared camera, so it can see through your clothes. That's not, quite the same as taking visible nude photos, but you can definitely make out what's what, if you know what I mean. If you haven't been following things in Venezuela, things are turning serious down there. The government has now ordered farmers to turn over their food to the government. Of course, when the government controls things, we know things always go well. And for those people that think it can't happen here, we have executive orders in place to basically do the same thing, take over all means of food production, and basically anything else that the government wants. One of the disturbing bits that came through, this is down to the bigger picture section. We have ex-NATO Supreme Commander not too happy about what Obama's doing with the military. And part of this relates to an article I saw where this fall, for about a 2-month period, we're going to be without an aircraft carrier patrolling the Arabian Gulf. And of course, you know how peaceful things are in the Middle East. And while we could still get planes there from land-based or land-based planes from our bases, it would still take a little time to move an aircraft carrier task force from somewhere else to the area should problems happen. Just one of those things makes me wonder what they have planned for that time frame. I've got a little bit on the lighter side. Unfortunately, it's too true to be funny. We don't know exactly who the author is. The title of the piece is "You Live in a Country Run by Idiots If," kind of based on the Jeff Foxworthy, "You Might Be a Redneck." And I'm just going to change one word in this. If you can get arrested for hunting or fishing without a license, but not for being in the country illegally, you live in a country run by psychopaths. If you have to get your parents' permission to go on a field trip or to take an aspirin in school, but not to get an abortion, you live in a country run by psychopaths. If you have to show identification to board an airplane, cash a check, buy liquor, or check out a library book, but not to vote, who runs the government? You live in the country run by psychopaths. If the government wants to ban stable, law-abiding citizens from owning gun magazines with more than 10 rounds, but gives 20 F-16 fighter jets to crazy leaders in Egypt, you live in a country run by psychopaths. If in the largest city, you can buy 2 16-ounce sodas, but not one 24-ounce soda because 24 ounces of a sugary drink might make you fat, you live in a country run by psychopaths. There's a few more there. I'll leave them there for your reading pleasure. And we'll be back with more after the top of the hour news.
How many of you want to learn how to dig up bugs, worms, and raise crickets for food? Do you prefer to eat them dried and crunchy or while still alive? Well, you won't have to if you can defend your food supply from predators. You may want to get an AR-15 kit from guns80.com and build your own AR-15 rifle from a kit. If you can legally own a rifle, you can purchase this AR-15 kit. If you're handy, you can complete the rifle in about an hour. The kit comes with all the parts you're going to need to build your rifle, but you'll need a drill press. And survivalists need one anyway. The Guns80.com team purchased the same used floor-standing drill press that I have for $100. You can too. And when you're finished, you'll have a paperwork-free AR-15 rifle, a drill press, drill bits, and the knowledge to maintain your AR-15 rifle, all for less than you expect. So if you want a paperwork-free AR-15 parts kit like mine, visit guns80.com, guns80.com, and let the unprepared have our share of the bugs.
Thousands of people seeking home security get ripped off every day, and the home security industry wants you to believe that's your only option. They've got hordes of salesmen out there trying to scare you into signing one of their long-term contracts. You get stuck writing huge checks month after month with no way out. It's robbery by contract, and it can cost you thousands. But there's a better way to protect your home. Simply Safe Home Security. Simply Safe has no contracts. None. You'll get award-winning 24/7 protection. Security professionals watching over your home, ready to instantly send police to the rescue for just $14.99 per month. That's less than half what most companies charge. Protect your home the smart way. Visit simplysafedefense.com today for an exclusive 10% offer and get a free keychain remote worth $25. Only when you go to simplysafedefense.com. simplysafedefense.com.
All right, so suddenly Walmart, eBay, Amazon, everybody wants to ban the rebel flag. Well, the rebel flag is an important part of American history. The rebel flag is still a long-standing symbol of Southern pride and Southern heritage. So if the big retailers want to play into political correctness and try to deny the history of America, let them. Go to ourflags.com, that's R like rebel, R, the letter R, ourflags.com. Get your rebel flag before they actually do outlaw the things, huh? Ourflags.com, that's ourflags.com. Go now.
We've all heard the news stories. Another shooting, and they're getting worse. That's why Infidel Body Armor introduces Infidel Fridays, exclusive 24-hour insider deals to save you money and possibly save your life. Make it a favorite when you log on to InfidelBodyArmor.com. Then be sure to visit each and every Infidel Friday to get special insider pricing, but for 24 hours only. That's InfidelBodyArmor.com. Infidel Body Armor. Just won't quit.
Welcome to hour number 2 of USA Prepares. Vincent is, working on his farm, and just a reminder, there is a meetup tonight at Jimmy's Egg. Details are on page 1 of the USA Prepares website, usaprepares.com. That's USA Prepares. We're going through news from the past week that's posted on my website, thefinancialstateoftheunion.com, and that's on the news tab. Just a couple more items for this week, and then we'll see how much of those items I didn't get through over the past month that we can get to. We've been looking at planes having problems, and unfortunately, without knowing what's normal, we can't really tell what's not normal. This one got me to thinking, though. When I started flying, people were allowed to smoke on planes. Later on, the smokers were pushed to the back of the plane. So at that point, when you went to get your boarding pass, they would ask you, smoking or non-smoking. Well, SkyWest made me start asking, do you want flaming or non-flaming? There's a picture here of the plane have flames come out of the back of the plane. This was at the Nashville airport. The photograph on the website is rather stunning, and it just makes you wonder: is this just one of those things, or is the heat and radiation starting to take its toll? And under government smarts, when this is another one of these stories that's started out local to the Dallas area, and when local news goes international, it's either very good or very bad. And this one, might have you shaking your head. One of the middle schools here. Welcome back, students. We are glad you are here. and they spelled here H-E-A-R. Yeah, they're getting a lot of good public education in government schools. Well, last week we didn't have a chance to get to the control section, and I'm starting to wonder what the heck is going on in North Carolina. They are pushing a bill to basically eliminate your free speech rights on health issues. And it makes me wonder, will Dr. Shealy soon be banned in North Carolina? You can't share information without having the state come after you. It's amazing how far and how fast things are falling. They've also have come up with genetic access control for websites. So your profile, which a lot of people have, 23andMe is associated with Google. You could have your DNA profiled, and you wouldn't be allowed to access a certain website unless you were of a certain race, or put it the other way, you could be denied access to a website because of your race. Makes it very interesting, what our internet could look like in a short period of time. It also makes me wonder, the third there, will pizza go extinct? New FDA regulations, restaurants have to provide calorie counts for what's on their menu. And with pizza parlors, that they have all kinds of different toppings you can choose. So that makes for billions of combinations. And if you have 20 or more locations, and this could be restaurants, movie theaters, vending machines, you're required to provide calorie information for every menu item. This goes into effect December 1st of next year. And failure to comply can lead to seizure of food, a $1,000 fine and 1 year in prison, a second violation, a penalty of $10,000, and up to 3 years in prison. So we'll see how that turns out too, but it makes for interesting problems for people that are in the food business. Another North Carolina item. I've got the link entitled, "Undocumented Aliens Okay, Chickens Must Be Registered." Last hour I was talking about how you need an ID for all kinds of things, but not to vote. And here we are, for your health, if you have backyard chickens, regardless of the number, you have to register for a state farm ID number as of August 1st. And I guess the good news is it's free. The bad news is it's a requirement. They're going to know where the food is to come and grab it, like they're doing in Venezuela. And the last one, semen control. And the headline from the article, does semen control a woman's behavior? Exposure may affect genes, hormones, and fertility. It's kind of interesting. The Bible talks about, when you enter into relations, that the two become one flesh. And this, to me, just, proves that out some more, that, this exchange of bodily fluids actually causes changes in the person. And so even if you manage not to catch a disease, you could still alter your genes. So scroll on down to items from the 27th. If you're looking for a laugh, I'll leave that for you. It's about cats on catnip, and underneath that, I've got a link called Perk Up Your Rice. You may know that a lot of rice out there is contaminated with traces of arsenic, which is not good for you. And while rice is a bit better for you than wheat, that arsenic tends to be a negating factor. But they found out that if you cook it in a coffee percolator, that removes about 85% of the arsenic. So if you happen to have one of those, you've now got good use for it. If you don't have it, you can probably stand a pretty decent chance of finding one in a garage or estate sale or at a thrift shop. So just a quick tip on how to cook a little healthier. I didn't get a chance to talk about the preparedness section that week. This is not the island you're looking for. Sometimes we want to find a place that's isolated. Well, there's a small Caribbean island that's just a little bit over 2 acres that houses 1,200 people. So that's not what you're trying to accomplish. Obviously they're not able to raise their own food. And they also would have to bring water in, and they work on the mainland. So it's the good news is they don't have mosquitoes. But the sacrifice, especially once things go south, is not going to be good. I know we're not going to get through everything, so I'm going to go under bigger picture, happy 50th. We just recently had the 50th anniversary of the 1965 Coinage Act, which was July 23rd, 1965, that gave us the sandwich coins that we get to enjoy today. We used to have silver dimes, silver quarters, and silver halves up until that point. Later on, LBJ would see another act that basically canceled the silver certificates. People had an opportunity to trade them in for silver, and now, while they can still be used as a dollar, they are no longer redeemable for silver. When we come back, cover button push I didn't get to.
By now you know that USAPrepares.com is your source for water filtration systems. Here at the farm, we use our water filtration system for drinking, cooking, and for our cats and dogs. Which brand are we using? Well, that would be the ProPure system, because it filters out pathogens, microbes, chlorine, and fluoride. Multiple sources indicate that fluoride is responsible for lowering our IQs by 5%. Now, how many of you would like to sign up for a lower IQ? USAPrepares.com offers ProPure water filtration system and accessories at the same price as everyone else, except we offer an instant rebate. We buy them by the pallet loads and pass the savings on to you. And if you're outside of Missouri, there's no sales tax. And if this appeals to you, visit USAPrepares.com. USAPreparedness.com. That's USAPreparedness.com. You can order online, and we have the ProPure water filtration systems in stock, ready to ship. USAPreparedness.com. ProPure water filtration systems at the same price as everyone else, except we offer an instant rebate.
Did you know that drinking pure, high alkaline water is one of the most important factors in maintaining high energy and vibrant health? Most experts agree that the water you drink should be at a pH level of 8 or higher. AlkaVision Plasma pH drops, available only at alkavision.com, combine a unique formula of only the most alkaline minerals. AlkaVision Plasma pH drops alkalize your water, ridding the body of harmful toxins, and helps you regain health and energy. Alkalizing your water by simply adding 10 drops of AlkaVision Plasma pH drops helps the body rid itself of acidic waste, increases oxygen content, and raises the pH of your body to healthy levels. And bacteria viruses cannot survive in an alkaline high pH environment. Order your bottle of AlkaVision Plasma pH drops for only $29.95 at alkavision.com. That's ALKAvision.com. Or call 269-409-1776. 269-409-1776. Alkalize your body. Supercharge your health at alkavision.com today.
As if chlorine in our water weren't bad enough, now they're adding ammonia?
It's true. Some municipalities are now adding ammonia plus chlorine to your water supply. It's a disinfectant called chloramine. But with a trusted Big Berkey water filter, you can keep chloramine out of your water. New NSF EPA certified lab tests show EPA Berkey water filters remove chloramines, pharmaceuticals, BPA, pesticides, bacteria and viruses, all forms of fluoride, and much more. Big Berkey water filters are the original and most trusted on the market, the gold standard in water purification. And our filters last for years at less than 2 cents per gallon. Big Berkey, the one that's powerful enough to purify stagnant pond water. Get your Big Berkey today. Call 1-877-99-BERKEY or click BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com. That's 1-877-99-BERKEY. Big Berkey Water Filters, for the love of clean water.
We've all heard the news stories. Another shooting, and they're getting worse. That's why Infidel Body Armor introduces Infidel Fridays, exclusive 24-hour insider deals to save you money and possibly save your life. Make it a favorite when you log on to InfidelBodyArmor.com. Then be sure to visit each and every Infidel Friday to get special insider pricing, but for 24 hours only. That's InfidelBodyArmor.com. Infidel Body Armor. Just won't quit.
We've been patiently waiting while you tried to ignore us, waiting while you acted like we didn't exist, waiting for our chance to be taken seriously. The wait is over. GCN is available 24/7 at GCNlive.com. Navigate through news from your favorite hosts and download archives of past shows. Download the app on your smartphone or tablet or visit GCNlive.com for instant access and live streaming. GCNlive.com, the future of talk radio, now at your fingertips.
This is John Regan at the controls today. We're on the news tab of my website, the financialstateoftheunion.com, and we're in the some of the links I didn't get to from the 27th, and you have to wonder about Florida. I'm under button pushers, offensive barbecue. Oh, you wish that this is one of those fake stories on the internet. Unfortunately, they also have a video that a homeowner was visited because the smell of him cooking barbecue on his property was going beyond his property lines. Thank goodness we don't get all the government we pay for. And I included a traffic report that week entitled 30,000 pounds of bananas. That's a reference to a Harry Chapin song from the 70s that, it's really a sad incident. Kind of made fun of it, where a truck driver driving into Scranton, Pennsylvania, basically had his brakes go out and smashed in a terrific accident, killing the driver and leaving 30,000 pounds of bananas strewn about. Well, here going north on I-35, back on July 24th, there was an 18-wheeler. I don't know how many pounds of bananas, but it caught fire. And unfortunately, being rush hour, that tied up traffic for quite a while. So if you like 30,000 pounds of cooked bananas, that's one of those things that can happen. Going down to news items we didn't get to from the 20th. Again, spy tech. We a lot of us in the class have concealed carry permits, and now they're working on portable concealed carry detection devices, so they can tell who's armed. Shouldn't be surprised at that. We've got a really bad hack that's out there. This one is a BIOS rootkit, and the BIOS is what allows your computer to wake up, because when the computer wakes up, it's kind of like most of us, in the morning before we get our coffee, we're not too good for much of anything, and it starts reading information out of the BIOS, which lets the computer start working, and then it figures out, I need to go out there and load the operating system from the disk. And then once the operating system starts loading and it gets enough of itself in, it takes over. And, eventually you get the normal login screen that you're looking for. Well, this hack is so bad that even if you replaced your hard disk and installed, your fresh operating system and everything else, you did not get rid of the infection. And until the infection in the BIOS is treated, which is a more difficult thing to attack, you will just simply keep on reinfecting the drive. I've got a link called Helium Rises. This is about a software coding robot called Helium. So now we have computers writing code for computers. And if that's not scary enough, class is in session, how they are using games, in this case Minecraft, to teach robots how to do thought processing. So it can learn how to do Minecraft and then figure out how to do laundry. It's kind of like training kids in a way, except that robots never sleep, and they learn a whole lot faster. It doesn't take years. This is John Regan. Be back after the bottom of the hour break.
Hey, Berkey Guy here. Are you still drinking unfiltered tap water? Does your water contain chlorine or fluoride? Will you have drinkable water in an emergency? The Berkey Guy is here to help you remove these and other potential contaminants from your water, thus helping you drink clean, purified water. We offer Berkey water purification systems at the lowest available prices online. Don't go another moment without Berkey system. Over the last 10 years, we've helped thousands drink clean, purified water. Join them by visiting goberkey.com or call me, the Berkey Guy, at 877-886-3653. That's 877-886-3653.
Affordable health insurance was the promise of Obamacare, but for many, the government mandate caused more problems than it solved. And I want to tell you about a truly affordable alternative, Liberty HealthShare. Liberty HealthShare bypasses doctor and hospital panels, giving you the freedom to choose 100% coverage up to $1 million per year per occurrence, who includes dental, vision, pharmacy, and holistic care. Call 1-800-714-6993, 1-800-714-6993, 1-800-714-6993 today.
Okay, honey, I have to ask, and be honest here. Have you been taking a little blue pill? Because things have been pretty good in the bedroom lately.
No, I swear.
You didn't pick anything up at the Pharmacia last month in Cancun?
No.
Well, something's different.
I have been taking that heart and body extract you bought me.
But that's for your heart and to control your cholesterol.
Well, I read HB extract also promotes healthy prostate function.
I never guessed it would work this well,
But you're glad it did.
Oh, yeah.
Heart and Body Extract is a 100% organic formula that promotes a strong heart, healthy arterial flow, better circulation, improves erectile and prostate gland function, and provides youthful energy, strength, and stamina. Find out more at heartandbodyextract.com. Heart and Body Extract paired with healthy heart choices is a winning combination. Call toll-free to order or for free information. 1-866-295-5305. 1-866-295-5305.
Are you excited about the World Wide Web? Do you want a place where you can share your ideas and express yourself? Well, dial up your modems and stream on down to the GCN Live Community Forum. Lots of radical features await you there.
Wow, Internet guy, I am so glad I went to the GCN Live Community Forum.
You too can discover why the World Wide Web is awesome. Just go to gcnlive.com/forum. That's gcnlive.com/forum. I'll see you in cyberspace. Friend GCN Live on Diaspora and Cross.tv.
In the U.S. alone, a home invasion occurs every 13 seconds. On top of that, the average response time for 911 is over 15 minutes. That just won't cut it. Don't allow yourself or the important people in your life to be victims. When seconds matter, don't be caught stumbling for your firearm. Get the protection you deserve. Get yourself a hidden holster from hiddenholster.com. It's the original hidden holster. The hidden holster is quick, easy, and convenient. It's versatile enough for the home, workplace, or virtually anywhere else you might need it. Have peace of mind with your firearm close by at all times. Go to hiddenholster.com. That's hiddenholster.com. If you own a firearm, you need a hidden holster. Your protection matters, and self-defense is the best defense. Go to hiddenholster.com. That's hiddenholster.com. The original hidden holster.
Affordable health insurance was the promise of Obamacare, but for many, the government mandate caused more problems than it solved. And I want to tell you about a truly affordable alternative, Liberty HealthShare. Liberty HealthShare bypasses doctor and hospital panels, giving you the freedom to choose. 100% coverage up to $1 million per year per occurrence, which includes dental, vision, pharmacy, and holistic care. Call 1-800-714-6993. 1-800-714-6993. 1-800-714-6993 today.
Sciatica, lower back pain, hip pain, poor posture. If you suffer from any of these problems, get ready to relax. Introducing an amazing product that's been in the market for over 25 years, the Sacro Wedgie. It was invented by a football coach using a common sense osteopath technique. He created this device to help his athletes by isolating and supporting the sacrum, which is the keystone of our anatomy. This wedge-shaped bone is in the center of our hips, where a lot of pain starts. Simply relax 20 minutes daily on the amazingly simple Sacro Wedgie and let gravity do the work, helping muscles rebalance and start releasing nerves. Sit in the Sacro Wedgie at the computer or while traveling to help correct posture to finally help relieve those stubborn aches and pains for only $33.95. It's made in the USA, so click the family-owned website at sacrowedgie.com, spelled SACROWEDGY.com, or call 1-800-737-9295. That's 1-800-737-9295. Relax your back pain away with the Sacro Wedgie.
This is John Regan at the controls. We're going through news I haven't been able to get to in the past month. And this is from July 20th. I'm down in the preparedness section. I'll be picking up with homebrew. And this is an article about how biohackers aim to make homebrew insulin. They say don't try it yet, but I know there's some of you out there that are, type 1 diabetics, insulin dependent. And this is one of those things that when the poop hits the props, whatever supply you have is all that you have. And I just wanted to give you something to look at, track down, and maybe find a way of helping extend your supply so that you wouldn't run out. Another interesting article that came about, Kitchen in a Box, is designed for camping. But if you, need to stay somewhat mobile, it was a pretty interesting concept of how you could load up all your kitchen's needs in a pretty small area for transportation. And if you're looking for what may be a inexpensive way of getting some extra protein in your diet, you may want to check out duckweed. And it discusses that. It's, as far as that goes, I understand kudzu works pretty well too, and some places in the South especially, that's taken over. In the bigger picture, we've talked quite a bit about this being the Shemitah year, and typically the date thrown out there is September 13th. Now, I have to admit, I was one of those dumb Christians out there that really didn't understand how God does things. And back in 2011, I was in a place where we were trying to understand Passover and when it is and all of that. And you have to then understand the calendar, which doesn't work the same as our pagan calendar. And the Jewish calendar has 12 or 13 months, depending on the sighting of the new moon and what the condition of the hops are. And that's from Jerusalem. So in these modern times, that's not too hard finding out. Once there's no communication, that's another story. But this is along the same line, is it depends on when the sighting of the moon is, and that we have to wait for the observation to be made. Once that observation's made, then we may find out that September 11th would be the date, which I found to be quite interesting. I think some of you know there's been issues with cell phone service, and I found an article with sites. There's links for like AT&T and Time Warner Cable and T-Mobile and others, so you can see what kind of outages there are in pretty much real time. This one maybe should have been in the preparedness section. It contains a link to a video. Nobody knows how to make a pencil. And this is actually a lesson that was taught back in 1958, in that, we use pencils, but we don't know how to make it. Where do you get the wood and the graphite and the brass and the rubber, and how do you manufacture that and put it all together? And it's just, to me, one of those thought-provoking items that gets you to thinking, when you don't have your supply chain available, how are you going to make what you need? And some things are easier than others. You might be surprised how difficult something so simple could be. Next to last in the bigger picture, delay the war until the software update. Our brand new $3.5 billion F-35 jet fighters. They have these wing cannons, but they won't have the software to fire them in the air until 2019. I'm not sure that we won't have a war between now and then. In the bigger picture, I've got this entitled, "It's Working." There's been a big push for $15 an hour minimum wage. They put this into effect in Los Angeles. And they've now have an apparel manufacturer that needs to move out of the city because they can't afford to increase the pay that much. Moving on to articles we didn't get to from the 13th of last month. This is kind of a scary video. They've created a fairly simple robot. It was done with a 3D printer that can break the combination on a combination lock in 30 seconds. So just new and inventive ways to use technology. We've talked a lot about hacking already. There's now a $300 gadget that can steal encryption keys out of air. And it's based on transmissions that can be intercepted. And then once it has that, they can do what they want with your system. Maybe even more scary than that, plugged into the net, scientists have linked the brains of a rat and monkeys to create a collective network of thought. Welcome to the Borg. Don't know if they've already done human tests or have any planned. It makes you wonder. The next one is Vincent. We've got robots picking fruit and driving tractors. After all, that frees the farmer to do other things, right? Or is it we just get rid of all the farmers and have the big ag companies put robots on there? We don't need no stinking people. And the eye in the sky. There's shows how they have these low-flying craft that basically records everything that goes on and can end up tracking people. Pretty much like some things you've seen on TV already. We'll go on down to the bigger picture. It's the third chart dummy. And this, while the article talks about what Greece, Cyprus, and Puerto Rico have in common, gets into their usage of oil and reliance on oil. And that third chart is world GDP compared to energy consumption from 1969 through 2013. And you look at the chart, and they've done statistical analysis on there. And I'll explain this, but they have an R squared of 0.99313. And what that means is that you can explain 99% of the movement in GDP by the amount of energy consumed. That's a pretty close correlation. And while in many cases, correlation is not necessarily causation, and just to point that out, you can prove statistically that flies cars garbage when it's just the garbage attracts flies, and it's a sampling issue. This one actually even makes logical sense. If you're producing goods and services, that requires energy. So the more people you have, the more GDP you have, the more energy you need to do that. And that gets into what we've also talked about with this carbon plan of the golfer in chief wanting to change energy or electrical production from the carbon-based to renewable, and one, that's more expensive, and two, it's quite a project to try and get that much done in such little time. And then to top it off, that's just a small part of the carbon footprint, which isn't going to make much of a change in temperatures anyway. It's John Regan. We'll be back for the final segment.
How many of you want to learn how to dig up bugs, worms, and raise crickets for food? Do you prefer to eat them dried and crunchy or while still alive? Well, you won't have to if you can defend your food supply from predators. You may want to get an AR-15 kit from guns80.com and build your own AR-15 rifle from a kit. If you can legally own a rifle, you can purchase this AR-15 kit. If you're handy, you can complete the rifle in about an hour. The kit comes with all the parts you're going to need to build your rifle, but you'll need a drill press. And survivalists need one anyway. The Guns80.com team purchased the same used floor-standing drill press that I have for $100. You can too. And when you're finished, you'll have a paperwork-free AR-15 rifle, a drill press, drill bits, and the knowledge to maintain your AR-15 rifle, all for less than you expect. So if you want a paperwork-free AR-15 parts kit like mine, visit Guns80.com, Guns80.com, and let the unprepared have our share of the bugs.
Hi, this is Ted Anderson. Have you ever wondered why banks, stockbrokers, investment advisors won't talk about gold IRAs? They've been available since 1986, yet the financial industry won't recognize the value of gold for your retirement. Gold has outperformed paper investments, yet no word about IRAs. If you would like to have gold for your retirement, call 800-686-2237. Don't get left behind by rising inflation and low returns. Call 800-686-2237. Secure your future and call 1-800-686-2237.
Affordable health insurance was the promise of Obamacare, but for many, the government mandate caused more problems than it solved. And I want to tell you about a truly affordable alternative, Liberty HealthShare. Liberty HealthShare bypasses doctor and hospital panels, giving you the freedom to choose. 100% coverage up to $1 million per year per occurrence, which includes dental, vision, pharmacy, and holistic care. Call 1-800-714-6993. 1-800-714-6993. 1-800-714-6993 today.
Sciatica, lower back pain, hip pain, poor posture. If you suffer from any of these problems, get ready to relax. Introducing an amazing product that's been in the market for over 25 years, the Sacro Wedgie. It was invented by a football coach using a common-sense osteopath technique. He created this device to help his athletes by isolating and supporting the sacrum, which is the keystone of our anatomy. This wedge-shaped bone is in the center of our hips, where a lot of pain starts. Simply relax 20 minutes daily on the amazingly simple Sacro Wedgie and let gravity do the work, helping muscles rebalance and start releasing nerves. Sit in the Sacro Wedgie at the computer or while traveling to help correct posture to finally help relieve those stubborn aches and pains for only $33.95. It's made in the USA, so click the family-owned website at sacrowedgie.com, spelled SACROWEDGY.com, or call 1-800-737-9295. That's 1-800-737-9295. Relax your back pain away with the Sacro Wedgie.
There are hundreds of silver products on the market today, but there's nothing like the astonishing health benefits of the multi-patented One Silver Solution. Boost your immune system at a great price with our Silver Solution Liquid, starting at $12.95 a bottle. Now available in regular and extra strength. That's half the price of the leading competitors. Call 844-USILVER for your free catalog, or go to OneSilverSolution.com. OneSilverSolution.com. There is only one Silver Solution.
Are you tired of commuting to a job that makes someone else rich, working harder than ever, but getting nowhere? Do you hate spending hundreds of dollars every week on daycare, having someone else raise your children? With our opportunities, you can start earning money as soon as next week. You get to be the boss, work from home, and live a happier life. At Be the Boss Network, you'll find hundreds of work-from-home opportunities that you can literally start today and be earning money as soon as next week. Go to freedom106.com and start earning money as soon as next week. You get to be the boss. Get out of the rat race. Work from home. Go to freedom106.com right now and change your life today. That's freedom, the number 106.com. Go to freedom106.com and start earning money as soon as next week. You be the boss. Go to freedom106.com.
So I say to Mark at lunch, look, I keep hearing from the government that, they're worried someday ISIS may get here. And I go, Garland, Texas, Muhammad cartoon shooting. ISIS is already here. I'm not waiting for these people to defend me. If they don't know ISIS is here already, they got no clue. I'm taking care of myself. Guns80.com, AR-15 kits, 30-shot magazines, great prices. They've even got the Hillary special. Guns80.com. That's 844-2-GUNS80, Guns80.com.
This is John Regan sitting in for Vincent while he's working on his farm. There is a meetup tonight. Information on usaprepares.com. And wish I could be there. Today's expected to be the hottest day of the year so far this year in Dallas. They're calling for 105. They say we're going to have a cold front come through by the end of the week. Thursday and Friday, it's going to be all the way down to 99. I guess I need to find where my sweaters are. Well, I'm looking at items we didn't get to from July 13th. Let's slide on down to button pushers. Got permit, and this is a story. I believe it was out of Colorado. I'd have to get back in there. Police shut down family soccer game at public park because they didn't have a permit. It's, I remember when, the good old days when you go to a park and play and it's just there because it's for the public. It looks like those days are changing. And, government smarts, seems like a long time ago now, last millennium. We lived in Houston, and our non-representative there was Sheila Jackson Lee. And why she keeps on getting reelected, I don't understand. She made a tweet that my father said we have to stay away from three evils: poverty, racism, militarism, and violence. And if you were counting as I went along, that was 4 items. And this is the same Sheila Jackson Lee that back when we had the landers make it to Mars, she was out at the Jet Propulsion Laboratory and asked them, how far away was that from Apollo landing site? And I don't know if they managed to hold back their laughter or not. And this next one's might be enough to drive you to drink. I said no comment. The Pennsylvania governor vetoes privatized liquor sales because he thinks it would raise prices and reduce selection. Again, we get the government that we think we get to vote for. I'll go ahead and slide back up to the bigger picture yet. Previews. We have violent crime going up in major cities, and this is before things get really bad. This one kind of pushed my button. We had an Air Force base in Arizona allowing a rainbow-striped U.S. flag being posted. You can imagine if somebody would try to post a Christian flag on base, what kind of trouble they'd get into, considering that we already talked about another worker at a different base that got into severe trouble for just having a Bible quote posted in their workspace. That gives you an idea of what kind of government we're dealing with. And it's not much better on the religious side either. No hope for the Pope, where he goes to South America. It's presented with a crucifix, only it's on the communist hammer and sickle, and he's smiling at it. This is John Regan, and I'll be back with you tomorrow. Remember, class, honesty and integrity. What happens next? It's up to you.
By now, you know that USAPrepares.com is your source for water filtration systems. Here at the farm, we use our water filtration system for drinking, cooking, and for our cats and dogs. Which brand are we using? Well, that would be the ProPure system, because it filters out pathogens, microbes, chlorine, and fluoride. Multiple sources indicate that fluoride is responsible for lowering our IQs by 5%. Now, how many of you would like to sign up for a lower IQ? USAPrepares.com offers ProPure water filtration systems and accessories at the same price as everyone else, except we offer an instant rebate. We buy them by the pallet loads and pass the savings on to you. And if you're outside of Missouri, there's no sales tax. And if this appeals to you, visit USAPrepares.com. That's USAPrepares.com. You can order online, and we have the ProPure water filtration systems in stock, ready to ship. USAPrepares.com. ProPure water filtration systems at the same price as everyone else, except we offer an instant rebate.
At 30dayfoodsupply.com, two of our top priorities are providing quality food at a reasonable price and protecting your security. When you call 800-700-2184, we will never record your phone call and never ask for your personal information, like how much food you have stored or where you keep it. We'll also never store your credit card information and email address on a computer. Your email address will never be shared or sold. We'll never limit the number of boxes you can purchase. We'll never use outside packers or use relabeled food from another company. Our meals are naturally high in fiber, carbs, and protein, and everything is packed with oxygen absorbers and Mylar pouches under our direct supervision at our plant in Oregon. Oregon Trail Foods and 30dayfoodsupply.com keep prices low by buying directly from their producers in Oregon and then passing the savings on to you. Call 800-700-2184 and purchase our 30-day 90-serving emergency food supply for only $99, and $10 ships your entire order to the lower 48. Visit our website, 30dayfoodsupply.com, or call 800-700-2184. That's 30dayfoodsupply.com at 800-700-2184.